What is up, cool people? So we're going to do a couple of ellipse challenges. So here's the first one. Write the equation in standard form for the ellipse with center -17, 0, vertex -22, 0, and covertex -17, 3. So when we look at this challenge, I've already plotted this information. I can plot these points on Desmos. First thing I'm going to look at is the vertex, right? It looks like the vertex of, or one of the vertices of this ellipse is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units away. All right, which means that if I go 5 units to the right, I'll get my other covert vertice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's at the point -12, 0. All right, so I'm going to put it right here, -12, 0, and there's another covertice, right? And I should really put it a different color, -12, 0. Okay, and there we go. And enter again. We got our covertice, and I call this a covertice. Right? These are my two vertices. I got a covertice that's 3 units away from the center. That means that the other one will be 3 units south of the center. So that point is -17, -3. So let me go ahead and put that, -17, -3. So I get a lot from just visualizing this. I want to always do this on graph paper or using Desmos. So now I've got really the important points of my ellipse. So the next thing that I need to think about is my standard form. All right, so I'm going to go x minus h, quantity squared, divided by, let's call this a squared. And we remember that we add y minus k, quantity squared, and divide that by b squared. All right, and the standard form is always equal to 1. So now I just got to figure out what goes where. Well, I've got my HK. Remember, that's the center. So my H is -17. My K is 0. So I'm going to go ahead and say y minus 0 or just y. And x minus -17 will be x plus 17. All right. So now I just got to determine my a squared and b squared. So horizontally speaking, with x, it looks like I am going 5 units to the right and 5 units left. Therefore, my a value is 5. So I get to say 5 squared, right? And for my y, I go 3 units up, 3 units down. So I get to say 3 squared. And you can see that my ellipse fits perfectly. The last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to simplify this right here. So instead of saying 5 squared, I'm going to go ahead and say 25. And instead of saying 3 squared, I'm going to go ahead and say 9. And that is how I can find the equation of my ellipse in standard form. To recap, I graphed the information that was given to me. Next, I thought about the distances between my center and my vertices and the distance between my center and my covertices. And I use these to determine my a squared and b squared. I use my center to determine my h and k. And I was all set as long as I understand standard form. So that is how you find the equation of an ellipse with a little bit of information given.